Alright, time for a Nidalee game. I will be playing this one against a Viego here, which should be okay, really. I don't think I have to worry about that much. His fighting presence, his teamfight presence is obviously quite huge, but early game he's not going to do that much against me. Unless I get like swarmed, I guess, by Alistar as well, but we'll see. I'll show you how to play this champion. I'm going to like play it in a very, I guess, beginner-friendly way for the champ. Like, you can have a more aggressive playstyle with a lot more cougar form action, essentially. Build-wise as well, you can adjust for all of that. But I'm gonna show you this to you in, like, the easy way how to play this. I'll explain why I do things and how I position. So Nidalee can become a little bit easier for the people that want to try to learn her. She is a very hard champion, so... yeah, if you want to learn her, she is going to take some time, absolutely. But she can be incredibly valuable, that is for sure. She does a lot. Or she can do a lot with enough practice. There you go. Take your E on level 2 pretty much always, because you want to have like the heal. The heal also gives you attack speed, which speeds up your clear. Make sure to switch forms enough as well to get your auto attacks in there. Don't forget the auto attack, very important. I should just split up my damage a bit and then switch for the E. There we go. Now, you can play pretty aggressive with Nidalee, right? You can absolutely go for like invades, all that type of stuff. You can look for that if you'd like. However, for the most part, I just recommend most people to just do your own full clear, because doing your own full clear is incredibly consistent and doesn't really rely that much on your teammates. So I will absolutely be just looking for my own full clear. I do see aggression bot here. So instead of finishing the clear, I could go bot lane. But we're just going to keep things like relatively consistent here and at least clear the camps down instead of sprinting there straight away. You can absolutely do that, but that goes against what I just recommended of just like kind of looking to finish your clear or as close to your clear as possible. Okay, this is incredibly aggressive. I think I just have to like, kind of send this. ADC is quite low HP, though. That's just a free double kill, I think. Now, this is just way too aggressive from the enemy team, basically. Like, I just have to at that point. Make sure I shove this, like, relatively quickly for them. Good. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. You go for the clear, but if the enemy bot lane is playing that aggressive, you kind of have to go for the gank play, right? So it's exactly what I did there. Don't get like too tunnel visioned into like finishing your clear, but like that level of aggression. Like the thing there is, what I want you to note is that I did my clear, I went for wolves and stuff, and they never walked up the ward. They never did. So they didn't move anywhere close to the river to ward, which means that I could just have to go for the gank, basically. Like, there is no other way. Right. Let's finish. Okay, he did this. That's fine. I'm gonna just danger ping this. I'm gonna reset as quickly as possible here, because this is gonna respawn in about 15 seconds now. So that's what we're gonna go for. Build this and boots. You want to go... you can go Lichbane first item, but I'd recommend people new to this champ to go Liandry's first item and then build Faded Ashes first. You can go a Dark Seal with that as well, but boots are great, honestly. If you have money for a Dark Seal, I probably would go for it. But we're gonna go for like a good clear speed here. Just wait a second for the W pounds. There we go. And right now we're just catching tempo towards the next camps. Clear speed will be good. Flat's gonna be hard to gank. Top lane's gonna be very hard to gank. So we're just perma-playing bot here. Because like top lane has like massive priority pressure here, right? So I do have to respect that. Looks like the enemy jungler is like clearing towards bot side here as well. My wolves will respawn here in a second. Good kill from top. Not bad. I could just return bot lane here in a second, which is what I'm working towards. Okay. I don't know if this is warded. I can hit it because Pyke walked this direction. I'm gonna have to go for something, Pike. I'll just dash straight into this. I get, like, exhausted and everything, doesn't matter. Go for the flash there. That's an extra turret hit. Ouchies. I have to make sure I help shove this out. We can dive the Alistar here, honestly. If he's staying, why not? Didn't get turret aggro, that's great. Good kill. Huge. Not exactly sure why he decided to stay there, but we take that. And now we just reset quickly again. Going for my Gromp here would not be the move, because my topside camps will be spawning soon. Plus the top lane play is being made, so he's probably going to look for Void Grubs and stuff. I'm just gonna be like relatively quick about this. Let's do this in Dark Seal. Tier 2 boots for faster out of base movement speed. I might be able to make this work still. W as much as possible. Try to clip the bushes here as well. And I think I can make this work if this guy shows. He's level 6 mid. This should be realistic. No, wait, why are you so passive there with the movement, Vladimir? That's scary. Okay. Over the wall, create space. Heal myself, go back. That should be a kill. Very, very good. Very nice. Okay, it was a little scary initially there because the Vladimir walked backwards, or it looked like, I believe he walked backwards. But that works. Very good. So what we do there is we land that max range spear. We want to do as much like damage on distance as we can do, because that damage on distance is going to be very, like, that's what they have to deal with, right? Like, you don't really want to close the distance if you can avoid it, unless you're like looming for a kill threat. Which is what happened against the Viego. I landed an insane spear there, and it just chunked him out completely. And then afterwards, I was able to walk up, because if he even closes the distance slightly against me, he dies. So that is, at that point, like, they then went on me, Pike defended me. I was able to create even more space. I'm trying to create space in every single fight I'm going for. I'm not trying to melee range it as much, because the more you melee range it, the more perfectly you have to play it, if that makes sense. So just creating that space. I have some extra breathing room, and that's kind of what I want to look for. And then when I actually get the W engage, or get a good like spear hit into like an engage potential, that's when I would go in. That's not going to be anything. Just going to hit this as well. I have 8 out of 10 kill participation right now, which is an insane amount. I believe like the only thing I didn't participate in is like the solo kills on top lane or something like that. Ooh, what? This man's going aggressive. All right. Very spicy. Bot lane is now winning. Bot lane is now hard winning. Yep, ganks have paid off massively. Looks like that's already a GG. Just from like casually doing stuff. Honestly. Bit of a jungle gap. I have 8 kill participation to 0. I probably should sweep this actually. Gonna do dragon while I have the chance. Nice kills on top. And my top laner is doing great. It's just nice. Like, I win mid and bot lane, and then my top laner does well. That's always good to see, really. Feel like this is gonna be a hard one for the enemy to come back from. Might also be a short game though, so I guess we're doing a second one probably. Okay, my Leandries is gonna run me 2100, yeah. Might be able to look mid here. That's just Nidalee ult, or Nidalee Ahri ult down. That's okay. I'll take an Ahri ult gank. I was hoping she'd kind of walk to the side there, but didn't do that. So I guess with the spear doesn't hit. I mean, I could look to really, like, cheese this guy. Oh, no. Got the heal in there. Oh, missed the spear, sadly. Ah, good hits, actually. We take those. If I go in, he knocks me up and knocks me back into the turret, which would kill me. It's not good. This man's playing aggressive, so I'm like kind of sticking around a little bit. Like kind of on range though, but I'm sticking around regardless. Good flash from Alistar. That's okay. We're playing Void Grubs here. You're kidding, that one doesn't hit. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. I need this guy's help right now. Because he has a lot of pressure top, and this Viego could definitely harass me in this position. It's possible. Okay, he goes for an all-in on top side. I guess that is okay. Means Mordekaiser also doesn't respond at least. But I'm not going to be able to help him here, because my priority will definitely lie on 6 Grubs. Okay, not bad. Probably shouldn't have let him last hit it, but I just made sure to do as much burst as possible anyway. I've let overextended and died. I mean, the enemy team is getting a couple kills, but 6 Grubs here is great. Should be able to land myself a Scuttle here as well. Can have a really good reset here for a Liandry's in a second. Let me get the back in quickly first, because it's a lot of money. Just want to make sure I get this back. 2 minutes on Dragon is something I'm looking at. I do have to clear my camps, obviously. There we go. Liandry's done. Beautiful. Got some Dark Seal stacks with that, which is never a bad thing. And now we just have a full clear to do once again. So we're going to full clear down to bot lane. With Red respawning and then playing for the Dragon. I don't really care too much about the Rift Herald. I already have like 1 Dragon, so I want to keep that going a bit, you know. Oh. Okay. I don't know if I can help him, but I'll try at least moving towards him. I hit him twice. My man's not happy. That could be good. I don't actually remember his exact... Here? Yeah, okay. Not bad. Okay, I was about to say, I don't remember his position exactly, so this is gonna be a guess, but my guess was correct, so we're happy. We saw him recall in a certain spot, so that's not too bad. I might actually just run mid here. I was hoping she'd, like, randomly dash into that, but didn't. Fair enough. I mean, Ahri ult down is not bad. We have a clear to do, though. Like, that top lane reaction was just a top lane reaction into a nice Mordekaiser snipe sequence. I landed, like, 3 spears to kill him, which is great. But I do have to keep my camp rotation going, so definitely going to prioritize that a bit now. Especially since, like, Dragon is spawning, like, 20 seconds as well. Okay, we are moving towards bot while the Viego is bot here too. Making sure like to drag the camp and stuff. We have burn damage, so we want to use it. Placing a couple traps in like... If you're going for like things, you want to try to place traps around you. Heal him here. Should I get this thing real quick? It's a good hit. This is when you want to actually go in for stuff. Like I landed a very nice spear there. And that was just able to finish him straight away. That's what we melee range. Oh, he almost walked into it. That was a close one. Yeah, those are the spears you're looking for. Like, you're on range until you land a good spear like that. And that's when you close the distance to finish them. Now here, we're doing Dragon, but we're placing traps around ourselves to create, like, space wherever we can. So instead of placing it on Dragon, I want to place it, like, here, where they're going to walk into me. Like here, perhaps. You want to, like, put it around you, so if they walk into you, you get the proc. And obviously the bit of, like, chunk damage, especially with Liandry's combo, that's going to burn them as well. So that's what you want to, like, do with your traps around objectives. Like, just place them around you in places. And then that way you can use those as, like, pressure points as well. Because they like step into it and give you the proc that can be really good for you, of course. This is generally just a good thing to do as well when you're running around the map, by the way. Like just placing traps down wherever you might go. Like if those things land, especially with the Leandries, that's going to be pretty good. Now here again, you could go Lich Bane if you'd like. But for most people, I just recommend Horizon's Focus, to be honest. Just full Sentis. You can also go Magi's if you want. I wouldn't usually personally buy Magi's there. But I understand that's even asking for even more things. Although I will say that keeping up Magi stacks on Nidalee, if you play it relatively well, is pretty easy. Because you have a very safe way of playing this champion. Like, she can do a lot on very high range, like a Xerath type stuff, right? With the spears and stuff. So it's like your choice when you go in or not. So a Magi's on this champ is pretty easy to upkeep for the most part. Unless you're playing against a lot of things like Rengar, like very heavy dive assassins, Zed, Rengar, that type of stuff, then Zhonya's can get tricky. Especially with, or Magi's can get tricky, especially without Zhonya's. Something to think about. I place traps around the enemy jungle. I think I just want to like look for Rift Herald. Heal him and place traps around once again. He is tanking the Rift Herald now, so I get to do more damage to it, which is nice. Keep placing traps around. Very good. That is actually enough money, and I have a Baron recall, so I'll use it. I will not be able to reach the bot fight, so I'm just going to back and buy my item right now. Very good. So Liandry's into Horizon's Focus is what you want to look for. It's a very safe playstyle. And then from this point, you can go like Death Cap if you'd like, or you can do other things like Zhonya's if you want to play more defensive. Very good option as well. You can do Void Staff if necessary, which just won't be necessary in this game, I think. But these things can be good. My team did overextend and die, so they're throwing their lead a little bit. Team's getting a bit overzealous, I think. Wait. I'm trolling. That should have been a wall jump and it wasn't. Good hit and it just one-shot him. It's okay. I should have jumped the wall there. I probably could have still flashed it. Maybe I should have still flashed it, to be fair. But yeah, that was a bit meme on my part. Throw the Spirit to lead into the bush. I don't face check it. If I don't face check it, it at least gets like scouted out, you know. Let's throw it like... Okay, she was not gonna walk that way. I got the assist because I healed him. This is also why I healed the Pyke earlier, by the way. Like, if he reaches that target faster and just kills, I get the heal assist. Like trying to heal your allies in fights where you can't reach the enemy, but you can heal them instead, is quite nice for assist potential, which is also good for Magi stacks. Like here as well, I can do this. Oh. I can heal that dude right there, and he can jump into the fight for me, if that makes sense. It's good. I could just chill here. I don't have to use Rift Herald either. I still have plenty of time on it, so I can just hit the turret down and it's fine. Don't like use your Rift Herald too fast, because these Rift Heralds are pretty valuable still. I can like maybe get a bot turret with it much easier, right? That's good though. So in that fight situation, because I couldn't really close the distance, I healed my Pyke right before he went into it, which gives him attack speed, which is one thing. But it also gives me that assist potential, which is especially good if you're like used to playing with Magi's and stuff. When I play for the dragon in 50 seconds here... Okay, I might not recall actually. This looks pretty sketch. Maybe I can help this a bit somehow. Place traps around me. Okay, I might have to back off very, very heavily here. Trap there. I don't think he gets the walk to the left of me. I should be fine. Oh, to the right, sorry. There, here, down that way. So I think I should be fine. My team is definitely overextending here. My bot lane, like, again, they're overextending. They're giving away free kills right now, which is not great. Now, I wanted the reset, but I'm not gonna get the reset here, so... I have to move to the dragon now. Just gonna just shove mid real quick. I'm doing this so I get pressure mid lane. The wave goes in a bit faster there, and I get some priority for dragon. Again, here we're prioritizing placing some traps around. I'll hit this thing down as well, waiting for my Nidalee to respawn a bit, and then I can look for the dragon in a second. Keep placing traps around. And then we just dragon. Jace right now is not making the smartest move. Like, this is again caught position. Like, he can get swarmed there by many people, which would not be good. My team is trying to kind of lose this, to be honest. I'm doing trap on dragon here because I need all the clear speed I can get, since I have no help in doing damage to the dragon right now. Okay, that's good. Trap here. Heal this guy again for potential kill shots that he might get. I was hoping he'd like throw that hook a bit faster, but... Place traps around, heal your teammates. Oh, that's just fast enough because of our W movement speed increase. Unlucky. Heal him as well. Oh, there was a minion there. Okay, well, that's a pike hook I didn't see. Good damage. Now I'm out of mana here. How you deal with this? I'm gonna place the Rift Herald because it's gonna disappear, but how I deal with this is you step into the jungle here. And this way you can get your mana regeneration back so I can throw spears again. Okay, that would have killed, but obviously the Nidalee sniped the kill. That's okay. Don't mess up the Rift Herald, please. Jace, where are you going? Okay, my team is really trolling this. Okay, pull used. That's fine. My team is not playing that fight at all. Like, well at all. It's pretty grief, but okay. These traps are hitting her now, which is decent. That didn't hit for some reason. Walk up the heal as quickly as possible. I'm literally completely out of mana, which is really annoying. Gonna use this smite for a bit of a... Take turret dagger, hold turret over there for a second. Heal myself. Need to walk back into the jungle. Like, this is mana issues for me right now, for sure. These fights are being played a bit weird, but as you can see in these situations, I'm still creating as much space for myself as I can. This man is overextending again. Yeah, I don't know about this. I really need to recall. Okay. I'm obviously not recalling if I have to defend my pike, otherwise he dies. Interesting situations. My next goal here is Death Cap. It's the item I'd recommend the most, because this skyrockets your AP, and it's a pretty safe, like, you're positioning yourself pretty safe is the goal here, right? I'm not like doing Lichbane things this game. So because I'm positioning myself pretty safe, I should be able to get away with an easy Death Cap, which I can afford if I get the clear for it. But that means my teammate doesn't, like, needs to not take my camp. That's really annoying. I really needed that camp because that's the money I need for my Death Cap. I have time now because the dragon's gonna be 2 minutes, which is the Infernal Soul I want to play for. I don't like this Baron call too much, to be honest. Okay, we're going now because they're all bot lane, and fair enough. Still not a massive fan of... Wait, that didn't hit? Excuse me? Heal him. I can give my ADC attack speed, but I need to like heal my allies a little bit while they tank. Okay. I mean, since there were that many people bot, we kind of have no choice. Okay, got the Baron. Heal my ADC. That didn't hit. That's pretty bad, actually. Create space again. It's not bad. Just on space, we're chilling. We are chilling. Good spear. And very good finish there. Nice. That space that I created there every single time, creating space for my own spear costs, is very important. I see a lot of Nidalee players not do that, and they then just simply walk in too close and die, and that's how you get killed on this champion. You can create so much space for this champ as long as you play it well, and that's how you want to play it. But that's also why, like, if you can play more melee heavy, which is good for like Lichbane stuff, right? But if you're not going to play with Lichbane, that's none of your concern, right? So that's why I don't really recommend a lot of people to go with Lich Bane. If you're new to the champ, you need to like really have a good idea of how much space you actually have, and that takes a lot of practice. And that's why playing a bit more on-range build especially is going to be very nice. This game is dragging out a lot longer than I was expecting, because my team really likes throwing games by just constantly getting caught, but what do you do? Okay, 13 seconds on Dragon. I think this is my level 16, so I'll do this real quick. But we have to play for Drake Soul here, obviously. Make sure that my team knows it's Soul. Make sure my team plays for it. Start placing a couple traps around. Whoa, 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 Pike, relax. Okay, place traps around, it's fine. Throw a spear over there. Insanely one-shot the Ahri. Yep, goodbye. Oh man, you gotta love Nidalee spears. It's something else. Well, that didn't hit anyone, really? I really want to focus on Dragon because it's Infernal Soul right now. Use this for vision. Smite it. Yeah, okay, good. I need to have some space here. This is not good. It's good spear damage there. Hop over the wall. More space. As much space as possible. My Jace is kind of griefing me here, actually. No, my Q didn't register. Are you kidding me? Ah, dudes. That's the problem if you get melee ranged. Whatever. It's fine. He took his eye, like he had like the complete tunnel vision. It's fine. I might Q, because if you hit your spear, your Cougar form instantly resets, and my Q went, or my E went off, and my Q didn't go off. He would have died off that Q. He just got a 1,000 gold shutdown off me. That's really unfortunate. It was really, really, really close though. But that's, yeah. If I had Lich Bane, he would have died, I suppose. It is what it is. That's the problem if you get the distance closed on you. I should have ran, like, mistake I made here is I didn't create the space again. I tried to fight him full melee range. I activated my sweeping trinket to see him. I fight him full melee range in this position, and I should have just created more space towards my Jace and kept walking towards him, which was a mistake. I will build the Seekers though to avoid a situation like that again. This is where Zonias can come in very, very handy. But that was a mistake on my part, because I didn't create enough space and then I died basically, right? Like I should have kept running away from him, from the position he was gonna come from, and that's how I would have won very easily. Yeah, I didn't do that well, and I messed it up and died for it. Still got the dragon at least, so that's nice. We have Drake Soul. This game is dragging out a lot longer than I would have liked, simply based on like teammates just making some mental plays. Like that again, like constantly getting caught. This man had 8 deaths, 5 here as well. They're just constantly getting caught, which is obviously really bad. But there's not much I can do about it, sadly. Right, we're just gonna start placing around some traps, and we clear some vision where we can. Very good. Okay, we're looking to be like in the jungle but out of range. Let's throw a spear here, see if the vehicle gets hit by it. Play some traps still. Don't forget about your traps. I have to actually respect this position here. It's good. I can heal him. We're staying in jungle here, so we can try to keep our mana regeneration high, because we don't have blue buff. Oh, we do have blue buff actually. I'm chilling. All right, cool. Okay, I'm on a ward doing this, which is obviously worse. I'm really taking, like, my team is taking a very long time here to walk forward into stuff, which is also not ideal. The ward here is preventing me from making it very easy on me. Oh, you almost walked into that Ahri. Look at that damage, though. Like, she's taking good damage here. Could have closed the distance, but... I have to create space again. My team's position is a bit weird right now. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to, like, play slow. Play slow, wait for a good engage opportunity, and that's all we play for. We're not going to go overly aggressive. We're just healing our teammates through their stupidities. They get hit, it doesn't matter. And we just play on distance. Try to play in the jungle for the additional mana regeneration as much as possible as well. And that's really what you're looking for. Heal him again. Very, like, supportive, range-based playstyle here to make it work. We go mid-turret now. Play some traps around you. Heal this guy again. Heal him again. Oh, he had a heal cut on him. Okay, that's kind of a bad heal. Now I'm running out of mana, though, which is a bit of a problem, obviously. He's too aggressive again. I guess I heal him here. Let's do this and clear this. We cleared their entire base, but now my mana resources are just completely depleted of that, right? Which is why I have to completely leave and disengage this position. I need my team to, like, play actually Elder Dragon, probably. They are trolling if they die here. If they die right now and get caught for no reason, we have issues. For sure. Because then they have a chance at Elder. You cannot have that. This teleport at top is horrendous, by the way. He now doesn't have teleport for Elder Dragon. If the enemy team wants to fight it, they can. Although they don't have any, like, base coverage here, I suppose. Insta Zonias. The thing blocked it for me, so it didn't really matter, I suppose. But still Zonias anyway. It should be fine. Just Dragon, it's fine. That's the easiest way to play out this game is just do the Elder Dragon right now. It's like the biggest, highest priority objective on the entire map. Nothing else matters. We can do this into Baron even and just clean it up very, very nicely. This game has dragged on a lot though, but I guess that's good. This is like seeing how to play team fights and stuff. Just do it clean. All that we have to do is just do it clean. We can Baron swarm them with Baron. It's just over from that point. If we die now, let's say, somehow, and we lose the fight with Elder Dragon, which would be impressive in and of itself, then they might be able to retaliate into a Baron, and they can hold with Baron. I just don't want to risk it at this stage, because my team is prone to inting. So I definitely want to just play respectful right now, get that Baron as well, and just be okay with that. I would like to recall on the one hand, but the other hand, obviously I can't. We're just going to heal my teammates up as they walk with me. I'm walking forward, but she's chasing me, so we just heal her here. Very good. And then throw a spear. Space, 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 space. Priority space there. I could have died. There you go. Made it work. Very solid length game, I would say, honestly. Zonia's here, and then Void Staff at the end is something you can do. Obviously, I would have personally gone for a Magi, since I would be very, very comfortable with Nidalee. It is pretty easy if you play with enough space to hold up your Magi stacks as well. So you shouldn't be dying too much if you want to go for it. It is very strong, because assists are easy to get due to the healing thing, right? Like, you can heal your teammates as they go in. So even if you might not be able to get anything, you can still get assists, which is still going to give you Magi stacks, which is incredibly valuable. But yeah, that's what we're looking at, like, there. You could still go Lichbane if you'd like, but I would have ended it with, like, Magi's Void Staff personally. Because you have 10% movement speed from your Magi's, you have the Nidalee movement speed from the bushes and stuff, so you are fast enough around the map for it to be completely fine. But yeah, with all that being said, that was it for this champion. If you guys have enjoyed it, please be sure to hit the like button below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you haven't done so yet, and I will see you guys in the end game stats. Okay, so for the end game stats here, I ended up doing a 34.2k damage, which is a respectable amount. Now, what I want you to consider here is that these two were stupid inting. And with stupid inting, I mean they just run it down the side lane and just 1v3, 1v4 and just die. But because they kept doing that, they're obviously going to get damage on the champions. Not very good damage on the champions. So honestly, I'd say I'd have the most relevant damage to champions in this game. Because they just inted it a lot. But that's okay. Solid damage done anyway. The spears were doing good numbers. True damage at 4k. We have objective damage at 71.5. This is where I like really try to stay on top of this as much as possible. If you have that lead in the early game, you do not want to give away the objectives. Really want to try to avoid it. You can also, if you want, instead of playing for objectives, you can really play into the enemy jungle and just take everything from him as a priority over doing an objective. But that is like that you have to like really be on time with stuff like that, and can get a bit tricky, whereas like playing for objectives is generally a bit safer, a bit easier, I guess, because you can easily throw your lead in the enemy jungle, which is why I played for just pure objectives there, and it was completely fine, of course. We have healing done at 40k, which is on par with Vladimir. As Nidalee, obviously those E-heals do a lot. Especially towards your team. You saw how I played the team fights in this instance, right? Like just on distance, throw spears, try to land good spears, and then heal my teammates as they get poked down by getting hit by their own stupidity, basically. And then that way you can keep sustaining your team, especially if you either have a blue buff or if you can stay in the jungle for the additional mana regeneration, which is what I was doing for a bit of a sequence there at the end there, right? I was just staying in the bot jungle and making sure that I can keep my mana regeneration high regardless. But yeah, that's kind of what you're looking at. Damage taken at 38k, self-mitigated damage at 23k, gold earned at 16k, which is a respectable amount for sure. For the runes, Dark Harvest dealt 1600 damage here. Could have been more, to be fair. I personally will say that I am a little bit more used to playing Nidalee with Conqueror, so I am a little inconsistent with like pressuring for Dark Harvest stacks, if that makes sense. Which I could have done a bit better this game. So I'm probably a little lower on damage than I was expecting, because I, didn't play perfectly or didn't play particularly amazing around like Dark Harvest procs. So I definitely lost a little bit there. But yeah, it's okay. Sudden impact for 1400 damage. This is just like a good tool to have when you're like engaging, especially with like your Kuga form and stuff. That's very nice. Or just hitting stuff from out of vision range. It can do a nice amount of additional stuff, additional damage. Eyeball Collection for the extra AP. Treasure Hunter for the gold tempo. I like to take this more than anything. You can also take Relentless Hunter if you'd like in a setup like this. But usually I'd like the Treasure Hunter for the gold tempo. Just getting into that first item. Nidalee, especially with like initial gold tempo, can really snowball games. Which is, I guess, kind of what you saw. Like I was really doing well early game, right? And then that extra gold tempo there is pretty valuable. You also get a lot of movement speed from your passive already, and your Kuga form has mobility too with the W hops. So your mobility around the map should be okay. Then here we're taking haste for just the ability haste, because ability haste is great on Nidalee, which is a thing. And then we take cut down with that. The reason we take cut down above anything else is because this is obviously very good for your initial spear hits. They help you, they chunk much harder. At that point, like every spear will do an additional X amount of damage, which is gonna add up a lot, and you know, it puts them within a range of being able to be jumped on as well, a bit easier. So that's something to definitely look for as well. Now for the rune page, I went Dark Harvest here, which is the easier page because you don't really have to think about it. But technically, the better page is going Conqueror with Triumph, Haste, and Cut Down, and then going for the Transcendence and Water Walking in the blue tree, because that gives an additional 10 ability haste, plus the ability cooldown thing as well, right? Like a little bit of cooldown reduction off it, but also the Water Walking for the additional like value and movement speed and damage there, which makes you a bit stronger. And that like ability haste stacking is kind of what you want, because you don't really build too much ability haste. Obviously Horizon's Focus in this build has it, but no other item in this build has ability haste. So the more ability haste you can get from your runes, with like haste and the other one, is really ideal, because it helps you get more spears and more heals out, which makes this playstyle pretty nice as well. And yeah, Conqueror is more difficult to play with, though, I will have to say, so that's why I recommend something like this for most people that are starting out. Build-wise, just a Zonias here, and then I would look for a Void Staff probably. What I would usually do is just go like Magi straight up, like I can go like Lichbane, Magi's, Liandry, something like that with Conqueror. Very solid option, or if you want to go with Magi's, you can go like Liandry's, Magi's, Horizon's Focus, Deathcap still if you'd like. Very solid option, or if your Magi's is doing well, you can go Liandry's, Magi's, Deathcap, and then maybe Horizon's Focus later with like a Zonias, and then you can sell boots for a Void Staff potentially pretty easily, or sell boots for like a Lichbane still at the very end if you'd like, because the Magi's is providing you with 10% movement speed, which is a good situation for your boots. I hope everything was clear with that explanation. If it was, I mean, that's great. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another one. Bye.